Welcome to airkix. On this, your first visit, where you're about to embark on a whole new sport of body flying. Before your flight, this video is important as it will give you an introduction to basic flight procedures and what to expect today. Your instructor will assist you every step of the way. All our instructors are highly skilled and all certified by the International Body Flight Association. They're there for your safety and to ensure that you learn as fast as possible on each and every visit you make to airkix. Airkix is a flight experience, not a ride. Body flying is similar to any other skill-based sport, and today will be your first taste of it. On repeat visits, where it becomes considerably cheaper to fly, you'll soon get to a standard where you can fly with others and even compete. To make it easy to measure your progress, we've created the 10 basic levels of flight, which are printed on the flight certificate that you'll receive after your first flight. We'll mark off your achievements, and each time you come back, we can work towards the next few levels. Typically, you can expect to do levels 2 or 3 if you're doing a kickstart, levels 3 or 4 if you're doing an airborne, and possibly all 10 levels if you're doing the Learn to Fly program. Now to a basic checklist. You must empty your pockets and remove all jewellery and loose items. In the airflow of about 110 miles an hour, it's easy to lose them. You should have completed the statement of risk. Without it, we're unable to fly you, as it asks some basic questions and ensures that you're happy to be filmed at all times, and this is for safety. Apart from producing DVDs, we shall also be taking digital photos on most flights, and these will be available to view and purchase at reception and online later. If you suffer from health-related issues such as neck or back injuries or prior shoulder dislocation, you must inform the instructor before you fly. It's much easier for us to modify the flying to ensure your comfort if we know of these issues beforehand. Now to the flights themselves. We normally operate flights of about a minute, but we do have a shorter indoor skydive for special groups where we replicate what a typical skydive might feel like. We also often use longer flights for anyone doing the airborne and Learn to Fly courses, as they can be more efficient for the learning process. When you enter the tunnel, it'll be from the staging area, and only after your instructor is happy with the wind speed, which is controlled by a second instructor. You'll lean through the doorway with the guidance of the instructor, and the wind will pick you up, so you'll be floating, normally at waist to chest height. The instructor will be standing close to you on the steel cable floor at all times. This is quite possible as they present much less surface area to the wind. It's also quite possible that we might reduce the wind speed and have you fly very close or even on the cable net floor itself. This allows you to learn certain maneuvers quickly before we practice them a little higher up. Not until you become more proficient will you fly much above the level of the glass. Through the signals we're about to learn, and with some help from the instructor, you'll aim to get into a neutral and relaxed flying position. It's important, but sometimes hard on the initial flight, to be relaxed. A big grin normally does the trick, and as you relax, you'll find it easier to fly. Don't forget as well to pose for the camera close to the controller. A wide smile will make you look your best. This is what a proper body flying or even skydiving position looks like. Your arms are at a 90-degree angle, and at eye level, your legs should be about shoulder width apart, your hips are pushed forward, and your head is up. This will give you a nice arched neutral position. The arch will allow the air to flow evenly around your body, giving you a controlled belly to earth or flat flying position. Throughout your flights, your instructor will use a series of hand signals to communicate and telling you what adjustments you need to make. This indicates that you should keep your chin up. By doing this or even looking up, it will allow you to communicate with your instructor, see the controller, who will also help guide you, and see other things around you. This hand signal means bend your legs. If you see the signal, simply bend your legs slowly until you receive the thumbs up. If given this signal, straighten your legs. Again, make the move slowly until you receive the thumbs up. This hand signal is relax. It means that you should fly slow and be conservative with your movements. Finally, this signal means that you would like the instructor to assist you out of the tunnel before your flight is over. You may show the instructor this hand signal at any time and for any reason. As soon as we complete the session here, we'll gear up and supply you with specialized equipment such as jumpsuit, goggles and helmet. Let us know if you need any assistance with the equipment. A few hot tips on the gear. When putting the jumpsuit on, remove your trainers first, as there is a stirrup strap at the bottom of the jumpsuit legs that goes under your foot and inside your trainers. They must be fastened tightly. If your goggles messed up, just tilt the bottom upwards slightly to let in the fresh air. We can also supply earplugs. Inside the staging area, it's loud but quite possible to hold a conversation, and it's louder in the airflow during the flight. Our staff wear earplugs in the tunnel as they work in the environment full time, but for a short visit it's normally quite acceptable. If you want some earplugs, please ask. After we gear up, we'll head up to the tunnel itself, where you may get the chance to see the flyers ahead of you. Check their performance for hints and tips. We'll enter the staging area as quick as possible, with the first person taking a seat at the far end. Everyone else take the next seat available. For safety, it's important that you do not remove any of your gear, such as your helmet. When it's your time to fly, you'll be assisted into the flight chamber. Bring your arms up towards your chest with your chin up, and then lean into the wind and open up into a stable body position. While inside the chamber, your instructor will make adjustments to your body position. Remember to smile and relax, especially as it's all on camera. When your flight is finished, you'll be guided to the exit. Simply grab the outer edges of the door, stand up and step out of the air. Take a seat and everyone will shuffle up as others take their flights. Feel free to encourage each other, as it all goes to make it a great atmosphere. Very often we have spare time immediately after your flight, so if you'd like to carry on flying, tell your instructor before we stop the tunnel. Extra flights are considerably cheaper at this point, so don't miss out. If there's no time immediately, ask when the next available time is when you get downstairs, and we'll arrange your next visit with you. In fact, if you return within 3 months, you'll benefit from the considerably cheaper Pro Flyer rates and soon be flying with others. When you fly as a pair in the tunnel, it literally halves the cost as you share the price of the airtime. We can fly teams of up to 4, so you can see the economies. Skydivers use airkix as it is a completely realistic free-fall simulator. All competitive teams use one just to stay in the game, and we often have world champions at airkix coaching novice flyers. And if this is the sort of thing that appeals to you, let us know. We know you're about to have the time of your life, but don't forget you can also pass it on with a gift voucher for someone else. You may also wish to take a few leaflets to work colleagues and get together a team building or social event. So, from all our staff, thank you for flying at airkix. It's now time to see if you remembered the perfect body position and those hand signals. From all of us, have a great flight.